Hey everybody, I was wanting to do a quick little, maybe it'll end up being quick, I'm not sure. But anyway, Pyro Drone, um, we had the Black Friday sale and I ended up picking up a new little camera to me. It's called a Caddx, says Caddx.us, and this is a micro. It's 16 by 9. It does have on-screen display, so you can go into settings and change some stuff. Comes with a little toggle, so you can push in to actually select your option you're wanting to change, and you toggle over just like any other micro um, FPV camera. So the reason I got this is I run a Runcam Swift micro currently, but it's 4:3 aspect ratio. This one is a 16:9. This is the Caddx F1 micro, and for the price, it may be something to look into. Um, I picked it up, which is $20, but that was on sale. I think they're around 25 or so. Um, if you don't get it with the discount, because I got this at the Black Friday sale from Pyro Drone, and I'm not getting paid for this. I'm just wanting to throw this out there to anyone that is looking for a cheap way into the hobby and don't want to spend a bunch of money. Now they do have a 4:3 version, and they got this 16:9. I got green. I just figured if something were to really happen bad, I could probably find it. So, but then again, green grass. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, but anyway, I'm going to do a quick measurement here. All right, take this out. My hands are dirty. I've been working on a truck for all weekend, so it comes with this cable, so you can have the on-screen display toggle, and you could probably just store that somewhere away in your drone. So that's nice to have. Comes with a couple more little things. There's the back end. There's the front. This one does have, I believe, the 2.1 millimeter lens. Comes with several screws, so you can mount it. Actually has a replacement screw, so if you were to lose this back little piece, which it ain't going to only cause problems with this coming off, but if you were to lose one of these screws, this whole thing is going to actually be able to vibrate around, so your sensor is not going to be lining up with your actual lens, so that could be a bad day. I mean, you probably wouldn't crash, but the thing is, you're going to have a lot of vibrations and be wondering what in the world's going on. So I'm telling you that because the Run Cam ended up doing that to me. Here's the other cable. This one does not have the on-screen display wires. It only takes 2 wires to activate on-screen display whenever you have the little toggle switch, little toggle button. But I'm going to do some measurements real quick for anybody that's wanting to know the actual size. I'm sure you probably can find it online, but I'd rather just measure it here. So, alright, having difficulties here. thought it was stuff down in there. Alright. So we're zeroed out. We're going to measure so 19.4 millimeter wide. I say it's about 19.4 there too. I'm just trying to do this all with one hand. Yeah, it's 19.4 millimeter, so it's perfectly square. 19.4, 19.4. So that, and then you've got let's just do this. So basically 17.5 from the back to the front of the lens. And like I said, 19.4 this way and 19.4 up and down. So it's perfectly square. So you get this cable. That's not with the on-screen display. This cable, and these are actually pretty beefy looking little wires. Let's see if there's a gauge on here. Can't even see that, I'm blind. It's 30 gauge, but the insulation feels really good. It don't feel brittle, I guess you could say, like some of the wiring harnesses that come with some of these cameras out here. So I think for the money, it's going to be really good. Oh, it actually comes with 2 screws for this back plate, so it's a nice little option. Now, if you have a drone that does not have a micro mount, you could possibly do something like this on it, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Hold up. Like on this Voodoo 210, I've never used this. This is just a H-frame. My intentions was to make it for my son, but that never happened. This is used, but anyway, see these holes right here, which any dummy's probably going to know how to mount it, but I'm sure if you wanted to, you can get it to line up where it's inside, and you can just run you some bolts and nuts, and I'd probably recommend putting nylon nuts or probably some Loctite, especially on something that critical, because if that falls out, you're pretty much SOL. So, oh, that's good. Just knock everything in the floor. But yeah, check these out. Pyro Drone sells them. I've not heard a lot about them. I'm sure a lot of folks overseas has probably already looked at them and did a couple reviews. Now, I found one review online, and it's kind of hit and miss. So what I'm going to do, it's going to be a little bit harder for me right now because I don't have internet at home. I'm going to actually take my micro Swift that's in my Kraken 5R, which you've seen that probably, 5S that ran 138 mile an hour. So I like to have the best video quality I could, but not be, you know, spending a lot of money just to do it. See here, this one's got the run cam, and what I hated about the run cam Swift, for me at least, these mountain screws right here, I had the case break very easy when tightening down or even in a wreck. These broke on the run cam. Now the Caddx, it's got a little bit different design, so I don't think it's going to break as easy. So that's something to definitely try. But this is the Caddx F1 Micro. So if you got any questions, I'm sure Kebab FPV, which I think he works for them, or is, I can't remember. He's something affiliated with them. So, but I would check these out, especially if you want to go with micro. They do have normal versions, so it's your normal sized camera. They got the what is it? They got micro, and there's 3 versions. So there's a full size, then there's the one I can't remember in the middle, and then they've got this micro. But I just like to make it as light as possible. That reminds me, I need to do the weight on this for everybody. Alright. So it's zeroed it out. So 5 grams, that's pretty impressive. So if you take this off, because you ain't going to have that on, during your flight. You add this wiring harness, that's about 2 grams. See there, 2 grams. Put it back, 7. Okay. Or if you take the one that does not have on-screen display wires, which is just 2 wires technically, it adds 1 gram. So that's pretty impressive. I'd say you ain't gonna be probably even adding a gram whenever you have the screws placed into it. Now if you want the bracket, then you're probably looking about 8.5 grams with the screws and all. So pretty impressive for the money. So I definitely look at them. I'm just throwing it out there because it's something new to me. But yeah, I mean, pretty cool. So I'm going to do a comparison to the 4.3 Runcam Swift, which I'm not knocking this company at all. Really good cameras, but I'm just wanting to go different routes. So alright guys, just let me know if you got any questions, and definitely give these a look. Like I said, I'm not being paid for this, and they didn't tell me to do this, so I'm just wanting to throw it out there for you. It comes even with a little wrench if you need it. Alright guys, take care.